Hearing. Okay, good evening everyone. Good evening IFNG. Good evening Elite Squad. So, welcome back for another lecture with our dearest Mama Dragon or Mother Dragon to others. So, I also missed you guys. However, I cannot open my video yet because I look like a slap soil. So, now nag-open. Ganon. So now, take it away, Mama Gon.
Thank you so much, Mom Gladys. We missed you here at IFNG. So yes, we really do miss Mom Gladys and her presence here at IFNG. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight. Okay, guys. So before we begin, let me just share this one to our Facebook page at Elite Intellect 9. Okay, while I'm doing that, please type in what is the subtest on the IELTS that you find the most difficult. Again, what is a subtest on the IELTS that you find the most difficult? Okay, I want to see which one do you think is the most difficult of all the subtests on the IELTS examination? Okay, so you may comment that on the comment section of our Facebook Live, and you may also comment that here at our chat box for tonight here at IFNG's Zoom meeting. Okay. And of course, guys, please do share the live video for tonight because we will be helping a lot of people when it comes to writing. Okay. All right. So let me just type this one. Okay. Wait. Okay. All right. All right. So some students said reading. Okay, writing. There we go. We also have here at Zoom. Okay, we have writing, reading and writing and speaking. Okay, what else? We have reading and writing and speaking. Okay, so if you find the writing examination difficult, then tonight is your night because like last week when we were on live at IFNG, I have taught the students on how to make their writing task one much more simple. Okay, I taught them on how to make their writing task one much more simple. Hello, girly Guillermo, my love. Hello. Okay, writing and speaking. There you go, Irvin Dalusan. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys, the writing examination of the IELTS is not a cakewalk. This is what I always tell my students, okay? It's not a cakewalk. It's not a walk in the park. It's not something that a lot of people find easy. That's one thing that I would want you guys to remember is that for you to pass the writing examination of the IELTS, you need to be versed. Okay, when we say versed, you need to be aware of the different types of formats on the examination. And tonight, I will teach you on how to handle writing formats one by one. Okay, lahat ng mga writing formats na nagpapahirap sa inyo, sasapakin ni Mama Dragon tonight. Okay, so let me just share this one. Okay, so let me just share my PowerPoint presentation to you guys for tonight. And of course, guys, tonight we're going to be using Elite Notes, okay, the type version, so that later on after our discussion, you have a copy or a cheat sheet of our discussion. Now, guys, if you do have any questions, okay, or if you have, what do you call this? If you have any questions or any comments at all, please do feel free to type it onto our chat box right there, okay? All right, so welcome to another fun and informative lecture about the IELTS Writing Task 2, brought to you by IFNG and Elite Intellect Japan! Charing, ayan na. Sige, nagsisimula na ako. I missed you, girly, my love. Ann Chrisette, hello. Okay. Ano ba magandang tawag sa mga alaga ko? Baby dragons? O kaya mga kaamlyodipin kaya? Mga ganyan. Hello, mga kaamlyodipin. Charing. Okay, so if it's your first time to join us here at the live at IFNG or IELTS Filipino Nurses Group, I am pleased to meet you. My name is Clint Joseph Tyler, the founder and master lecturer of Elite Intellect IELTS, OET, and Collection NMC CBT Specialist PH. I am an IELTS expert for the past 11 years. I am a PH in USRN with a degree in English methodology and theory, and also PhD in English language and literature, also known as your Mama D, Mama Dragon, Mother D, Mother Dragon, Mommy D, half Filipino, half cup of rice. Gusto nyo yun? Half cup of rice. And of course, guys, don't forget our official hashtag. When Mama D is live, that's hashtag Mama D cares. Again, that's hashtag Mama D cares. Alagang ina, kwentong ina, turong ina, matuto ka, ina ka. Ay, Diyos ka. Okay. Good evening. Hello, Mr. M. Hello. Yun na lang consumption ko, mama. So guys, so if you're expecting it, it's like any other lecture with which you're going to get bored, because yes, that's the problem with the students when it comes to the writing tasks too, is that they tend to get bored, okay, with the lecture in itself. But then again, guys, I promise you, okay, I will try to make this as interactive and as fun, as lively as I can. Pag ako biglang nangisay-ngisay dito, nagkokomelon, alam nyo na, okay? All right, so before anything else, okay? My son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them and health to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. Okay. This is one of the strongest Bible verses that I have read in Proverbs 40, Proverbs 4, verse 20 to 23. Okay, look at the last phrase right there. Okay, keep your heart with diligence. Okay, for out of it spring the issues of life. One thing that you would need to remember is that your heart is in charge of being emotional. Okay, so out of it comes your resentment, your fear, your anger, your depression, your anxiety. It's in your heart. Okay, so you need to keep it with diligence. So when you say diligence is that you're keeping it carefully, you're careful with what your heart says, because you have to remember the secret to faith and life is that your brain or your mind should be stronger than your heart. That's one of the tips of Mama Dragon 4. And of course, the Bible, right? One of the best tips from the Bible when it comes to people who are experiencing difficult situations right now, or if you believe that there are some problems that are going on in your mind, guys, that's the dictation of the heart. So one thing that you would need to remember is for you to always listen to your mind, not your heart. Okay, so ang mahirap din sa akin, Sir Clint, ay yung paglalagay din ng punctuation marks. Basic man, pero hirap pa rin. Oh yes, Lala, alam mo ito ha. I'll give you guys a tip when it comes to the punctuation marks, okay? Did you know that I survived my studies in another country for English methodology and theory, and of course my PhD in English language and literature by using this technique when it comes to the punctuations? Guys, nobody's perfect when it comes to punctuations. Believe me, even the native speakers, they're not perfect when it comes to punctuations, not unless, okay, if they have studied all their lives regarding this one. Even the writers or authors are not perfect with punctuations. What I base my studies on is that I believe that if it does not sound right, there's something wrong with my work. Okay, if I feel like it's way too continuous, there's something wrong with my work. So maybe there's a comma in between. If it's highly separated, so maybe it's too early for me to put a period. So maybe there's a semicolon in between. You use that as your significant markers on the exam to remind you and to make the punctuations easier for you on the test. Okay, so let us teach you on how to make. Mama D, good evening. Just wanted to confirm if allowed po ba ang all caps sa writing exam? No, it's not allowed. Okay, on the writing examination, it should be a combination of big and small letters, sentence cases, because your grammar, with which includes capitalization of the letters or capitalizing words, no, is included. So it should be a combination of big letters and small letters on the exam. Never, ever, ever, ever. Okay, give your examiner a work with which it's all caps, okay, on the examination, especially on the writing. For listening and reading, it's totally fine. But for writing, no. Okay, so let's talk about the writing task 2, the essays. Okay, an easier, fun, and systematic way. After this discussion, you will learn how to write like a professional on the Ielts essays. Okay, so who here believes, okay, who here believes that for you to pass the Ielts examination, you need to be a great writer? Okay, again, who here believes that for you to pass the Ielts examination, you need to be a great writer? Okay, say I do if you believe that one right there. Okay, type I do if you believe that for you to pass the Ielts examination, you need to be a great writer. Now, if you don't, type I don't. Okay, I do or I don't. Okay, so let's see the responses here. Okay, so for Jong, I do. Mimi, I do. Sha, I don't. Ann Galvis, I don't. Jason Timog, I don't. Mr. M, I don't. Yes. Okay, you do not need to be a commendable writer on the examination for you to pass the test. Okay, take that out of your mind that you need to be perfect on the IELTS writing. No, okay? There's no such thing as a perfect writer. Okay, even the authors, they commit grammatical errors, punctuation errors, capital spelling errors. There you go. So take it out of your mind, okay? Guys, for you to get the target score on the IELTS essays is not for you to be what do you call this, for you to be a commendable writer. Basically, you just have to be sensitive, okay? Sensitive with your word choices, sensitive with your structuring, and of course, you need to be organized, okay? Take note of the magic word tonight. What's the magic word again? Organelles. You need to be organized, okay? When we say organized, guys, you would need to systematically arrange all the details that you would need on the examination for you to get that 7.0 and above. Without organizing your writing, then of course, diba? You don't have to be a smart writer. You just have to be a wise writer and a systematic writer on the exam. Okay, so let me just open my Word presentation right now. Okay, so we're going to be doing this like the way that we do it at Intellect. Um, I'm not going to be using a PowerPoint, but rather I will be typing the information that will come out of my head. And then later on, you will get a copy of the handout. Okay, so if you're not yet a member of the group chat of IFNG, please send a message to the admins of the IFNG so that you will be included on the group chat of IFNG, with which you can actually get the handout that I'm going to be sending for free tonight. Okay. So let's start. Let's start with the writing task 2 in detail. Okay. All the things that you have to know for writing task 2, I'm going to be, what do you call this? I'm going to be stating here. Okay. No holds barred. Okay. Writing task 2 in detail. Okay. Now, guys. Okay. Let's take a look at the expectations of the writing task 2 from you first. Okay. So again, if it's your first, before that, let's just make a quick background about the writing task 2. So if it's your first time to, what do you call this here, the writing task 2. So basically here, guys, for the writing task 2, your task, okay, is to write an essay. Okay, so when you say essay, it's not the essay that you are thinking of, the one that you have written in high school. That's not it. That is not the essay that I'm talking about here. Okay, because that is basically the structure of that one is practically basic. This one is an academic essay. Okay, so you need to write an essay. That's your task in response to a topic or a format, and of course you need to write 250 words, the minimum. Okay, this is the minimum number of words that you would need to write. Okay, but of course I always encourage my students to write 270 to 280 words. Guys, please stay away from 350, 500, 350. Stay away from 350 words, 380 words, 400 words, 450 words, 500 words. That's too long. Okay, that's too long of an essay. 270 to 280 to 300, that's enough. Okay, but if you're giving them a response on the exam with which is like 350, 400, 500 words, you're going to irritate your examiner, believe me. So sir, what's the danger if I'm giving them 500 words? My love, first things first, maybe you're repeating details, okay? Maybe you're saying things over and over, or you're writing down familiar or things that sound alike or the same. Okay, so that's the thing, okay? You cannot write more than 270 to 280 words, okay? Don't go for 500 words, okay? Because I have seen this funny video on YouTube one time. I was actually browsing the techniques there. Okay, because I want to see what the internet would say about the writing as compared to us experts. So first things first is that there's this one video on YouTube, and then the woman said you need to write at least 500 words. 500 words is expected of you on the IELTS exam. The minimum is 250, so multiply that by 2. When I saw that, I was like, what the heck are you talking about, girl? 500 words. I mean, your examiner's eye is going to bleed, okay? It's going to pop out. Okay, so don't write 500 words, okay? And of course, you have 40 minutes to finish this, okay? 40 minutes to finish this on the examination. Okay. Sir, I thought we have 1 hour for the entire writing exam. Yes, my love, you have 1 hour, but 14 minutes should be allocated for your writing task too, okay, which is your essay part. Now, one thing that I would want you to remember is that this time management technique that I'm going to teach you now, okay? You need to spend the first 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes outlining, okay? 5 minutes for you to outline, okay? Guys, outlining is pretty much imperative on the exam. Later on, I'll teach you guys how to outline too. Okay, so this is like a master class, believe me, okay? This is like a master class. So if you know friends who are finding it difficult for them to write on the essays on the exam, please call them on now. Send the link of IFNG's live right now on Facebook to your friends. Share it to them, share it to your wall, share it on your Facebook wall, and friends will see it, okay? All right, so it's 5 minutes for you guys to outline. And of course, guys, you would need to spend 30 minutes for you to write. Okay, and then you need to leave 5 minutes again. Okay, so what's 5 minutes? 5 minutes to proofread your work, okay? The problem with the students on the examination is they don't even leave an ample amount of time for them to proofread their work. Guys, did you know that you will be able to see your errors when you are proofreading? While you're writing, you cannot see them. Basically, you don't mind them. You don't know what you're committing, right? When you're writing, because that is an input. That's an input right there, okay? But once you see your output, that's the time that you recognize errors, okay? That's why proofreading is germane, okay, on the exam. Si germane, yung klase mo nung high school, charing. It's imperative on the examination for you guys to proofread, okay? Proofreading, again, one of the most important things that you should be doing on the IELTS exam. Okay, now, what's the next thing that I would want you guys to remember on the writing task 2? Okay, so let's teach you how to get a 7.0. Okay, so I can go on for the grading criteria all night, diba? Buong gabi, pwede kong discuss sa inyo yung grading criteria. But then again, these are the significant markers that I always tell my students for them to get a 7.0 and above when it comes to their writing. Okay, first things first. Okay, again, what's our magic word earlier? Organelles. Tarim. Okay, so our magic word is to organize your response. Okay, when you say organize your response, it means that each paragraph is focusing on one central topic only. Okay. Sir Joseph, what do you mean by one central topic only? Okay, let's say you were asked, what are the advantages of going to another country to study? Okay, again, you were asked on the exam, what are the advantages of going to another country to study? Okay, so can I say on my first body paragraph, okay, pretend that I'm already writing on my first body paragraph, and then I have written, well, one of the most important things that students can get is for them to be exposed to different types of culture. Also, they will be getting an advanced education or advanced education. Do you think that it's right for me to say that I have 2 arguments in 1 paragraph? Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Kakomelo on, Charing. Is it right or wrong? Okay. Hello to our 150 viewers at our 158 viewers at our live on Facebook and 47 viewers at Zoom. Again, is it 161. Wow. Is it correct for me to write down two arguments in one paragraph? Right or wrong? Come on. I want to see your answers right there. It is wrong. Okay, basically by organizing rule, okay, you need to write only one argument and develop the topic on that. Okay, so let's say your argument is people when they go to another country to learn, they gain specialization. Okay, so that's the topic that you're going to develop on. Hindi yung kung ano-ano pa yung pinaglalagay mo, no? I have seen a work before, okay? I have seen somebody teach the students, okay, and say, oh, you need to write two arguments or three arguments so that everybody, it has a lot of arguments. Like, you're deviating from the rule, which is to focus on one central topic only per paragraph. So you would need to do that. Okay, what else? Okay, chunking of information is imperative too. Okay, sir, what is chunking? Yung corned beef, charing. Chunking of information is imperative, okay? All right. Sir, what is chunking of information? When I say chunking of information, you're going to follow the block format without indentations, okay? Now, if you're taught elsewhere that you should indent it, okay, by all means do it. But I always tell my students to not indent. Okay, it's the block format. And then basically what you're going to do here is you're going to leave a space after every paragraph. Okay, after every paragraph. There you go. You're going to leave a space after every paragraph so as to ensure that it's separated. Okay, what else? Another thing that you would need to do is for you to limit the length. Mali spelling ko. Okay, of your paragraphs. Okay, sir, paano po yung length ng paragraphs? Gaano po ba dapat kahaba ang paragraphs? A paragraph could be as short as 2 lines, okay? And the maximum is 6 lines, okay? Or 5 lines, the better. Okay, so on the exam, ganyan lang yun, guys. Oh, hindi ganyan. Okay, because I have seen a lot of students before, they're going to give their examiners that long of a work. My love, if your work is this long, it means that your ideas are not organized at all. Me as your examiner, I cannot understand anything that you're saying. You might be repeating details, okay? So guys, again, a 5-liner on the exam would be enough, okay? 5-liner, okay na yun, okay? 5-liner, 6-liner at the most per paragraph, okay? So limit the length of your paragraphs. It should be a 5-liner or 6-liner only per part. Okay, and of course, guys, apart from this one, okay, another thing that I would want you guys to remember is your essay should be directly related to the question. Okay, ganito. If the examiners asked you about apples, then you better be talking about apples and the different types of apples, like Fuji apple, apple sa palengke, yung tig-10, candy apples, di ba? Na sumisikat ngayon. Yeah. If the examiner is asking you about apples, then your response should be related to apples, even the research about apples. Okay, but if your examiner is asking you about apples and then you responded grapes, strawberry, kiwi, okay, durian, bayabas, mga ganyan, no? Then of course, it's no longer highly related to that, okay? So if the question is asking you about going to another country to study, the advantages of that, then you better be talking about the advantages of going to another country to study and not the disadvantages, okay? Your essay is directly related to the question. Okay, what else? Connectors and connectors, transitional cues, and academic words. I will say this over and over until I am no longer a virgin. Okay? One thing that I want you guys to remember is that connectors, transitional cues, and academic words are important on the exam. What are the connectors, right? As much as anything. Okay? What are the transitional cues? On the basis thereof. Yung mga yan, no? And your choice of words, okay? You're not repeating the words, okay? You're not repeating. Rather, you're giving them an advanced academic form. Which brings me to the next one. How to get a 7 is for you to paraphrase the questions, okay? Sir, what do you mean by paraphrasing the questions? When I say paraphrasing the questions, guys, okay? Kung ang tanong ay do you agree or disagree, you better not be saying I agree and I disagree. Basically, what you're doing there, my love, is you're copying the question. Okay? Kinokopya mo yung tanong kapag gano'n. When you're saying I agree, I disagree, eh ang tanong na nga, do you agree or disagree? Diba? So you can say, I concur with the idea. I coincide with the idea. I am for the idea. Okay? Kapag ka I disagree, I oppose the idea. Basically, you're paraphrasing it and you're avoiding repeating the words. Okay? Sir, paano po yun? Okay? When we say avoiding repeating the words, charing, ang likot mo, girl. When we say avoiding repeating the words, what I mean by this one, guys, is that if you have already used the word atrocious, let's say, nagkataon, kaya mong gamitin yung salitang atrocious, okay? Nagamit mo na yung atrocious, hindi na po pwedeng makita yun ulit sa essay mo, okay? It's no longer allowed for you to repeat the word atrocious on the next paragraph, and then on the next paragraph, and then on the next paragraph, and then on the next paragraph. Anak ng tipaklong. Right? Don't repeat words on the exam. If you have already used the word I coincide, then you better not be using the word I coincide again. Okay? So avoid repeating words on the Ielts writing. Okay? And of course, the most important technique that I always tell my students when it comes to their writing is, this looks petty, okay, but I can guarantee you this will help you, okay? If you're going to be taking the paper-based test, okay? Paper-based test, okay? Improve your penmanship. Okay. Problematic works are being referred to an examiner. Tapos kapag halimbawa hindi na talaga mabasa yung sulat mo, ima-mark ka nila as illegible. Hindi nila mabasa. Matik na yan. 5.5 na o 5 ang magiging score mo dyan. Guys, never ever give your examiners a response with which your writing looks like two evil forces ice skated across your paper. No? Yung iba naman, bura-bura, nagsisingit pa ng ganun-ganon. No? Yung ginagawa natin, yung may susulat ka sa taas. Don't do that on the examination, guys, okay? You have to remember, the cleaner your work, the closer to God, okay, on the exam. Alrighty? Okay, now, before we even learn how to outline, okay, let's talk about the formats. Okay, kasi mamaya I'm going to show you the parts. Tapos iisa-isahin na natin yung formats, okay? The essay formats of the writing task 2. Okay, so here I organize it for my students via type, okay? Via type, okay? And I'm going to teach you that too because you're all my students. Whether you're enrolled at Elite or not, you're all my babies, okay? So let's take a look at the type A's, okay? What are the type A's, Sir Joseph, okay? Type A's, guys, these essays would ask you to choose a side, okay? The type A's, guys, they would ask you to choose a side, meaning they have a stand. Meron po silang stand, kailangan meron kang stand na ilagay. Ano pa? All of them have 3 body paragraphs. Okay, no? Tatlo ang body paragraphs niya, making the number of bodies from the introduction to the conclusion a total of 5 short paragraphs. Okay? 3 arguments, 3 body paragraphs. Ay, sir, pwede po bang 2 na lang sa exam? Pwede naman. But then again, the problem that us experts have with 2 body paragraphs is that sometimes it's not enough for us, for the people, for the examiner to assess your writing, the extent of your ideas, no? Kaya nga 3 body paragraphs ang nire-recommend namin sa mga students, okay? So 3 body paragraphs, okay? 3 body paragraphs for that one. Kung may kontra, bahala ka dyan. Okay, so what are these essays, okay? First one is you have, do you agree or disagree? Next one, positive or negative development. Okay. Sir, akala ko open-ended to. Hindi to open-ended. It's asking you whether you see it as something that is positive or negative. Okay? Positive or negative development is asking you whether you see the development or the progress itself as positive or negative. It's like, do you agree or disagree? Hindi ito open-ended. Okay? Klaro bongga. All right, moving on. What else? You do also have, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, there we go. What else? We also have, okay, to what extent do you agree or disagree? Ay, na naman, Sir Joseph. I thought to what extent do you agree or disagree is the same as do you agree or disagree. No, it's not. Okay? Because for do you agree or disagree, basically what you're going to do, my love, is you're going to agree or disagree 100%. Here, I'm not expecting for you to agree 100% or disagree 100%. You can partially agree, you can somewhat agree, you can almost entirely agree. For to what extent do you agree or disagree? These are the type A's that we would like to call. Kulayan ko na nga to para social na mamaya pag na-send ko sa inyo. Okay, there you go. All right, what else? We also have what we call as the type B. Okay, who is the type B? Okay, the type B is just one essay. Okay, this is one essay format. Okay, your task here is to balance 2 ideas, okay? You would need to balance 2 ideas right there and then state your opinion, meaning that this has an independent opinion paragraph, okay? It has an independent opinion paragraph, okay? So meaning we have 3 body paragraphs. Again, for this one, sir, ano po ito? Bakit po 3 body paragraphs? Okay, look at this one. Body 1 would be dedicated for the first view. Body 2 would be dedicated for the second view. And then body 3, this is your opinion. Okay? Your opinion. Okay? So, sir, ano po yan? Meron siyang 2 views, no? This is, we know her as format number 5. Okay, format number 5, guys, is discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay, there we go. Discuss both views and give your opinion. She is our type B format. Okay, para mas madali nyo yung tandaan. Okay, alam nyo guys, na bumabagsak ang estudyante sa IELTS, Tagalogin ko. The students fail, Tagalogin ko, tapos ang English. The students fail on the IELTS if they do not know all the formats that I'm going to be writing down today. Okay, because some of the students, once they get there, okay, they're too confident and all. Okay, I have already experienced writing an essay. I mean, what format might it be? Tapos nagkataon ng lumabas na format, hindi mo alam. Diba? Yung paglabas ng format, discuss both views. Hala, I forgot to write about the discuss both views format. Guys, it's your job as test takers for you to know all these formats, meaning that before you even take the exam, you must have written 1 for each, okay? 2 for each, 3 works for each, okay? All right. And then let's take a look at the type Cs. Sir, di ba type C, ano po yun? USB. Type Cs, these are sometimes direct questions. Okay, these are direct questions which needs to be addressed on the examination. Apart from their direct questions, guys, usually these formats require 2 body paragraphs only. Okay. 2 body paragraphs only lang usually itong mga to. Meron lang isang particular format dyan na aabot ka ng 3 body paragraph. Okay? So, what are these formats? Okay, we have format number. They are called the open-ended questions. Okay, they are the open-ended essays. Okay, format number 6, you have cause and effect. Okay, problem and solution. Okay, you also have advantage and disadvantage. Okay, apart from that, you also have the two-pronged or 2 direct questions. Okay, and you have the 3-pronged, or also known as the 3 direct questions. Okay, guys, give me a minute. Let me just get my charger real quick, okay? Hold on. I'm back. I'm back la. Charing. I timed myself. That's 20 seconds. Okay. All right. So look at these. These are the formats on the open-ended type. Okay. You have the cause and effect. Basically, it's asking you about the cause of something or its possible effect. Let's say what causes poverty and what's its possible effect. Problem and solution. What is the problem brought about by garbage and how could you possibly solve it? Okay, advantage, disadvantage. What is the advantage of going to another country to study and what is its disadvantage? 2-pronged questions or 2 direct questions that say, what are the factors in achieving success and what are the hindrances in achieving success? There you go. And of course, you also have the 3-pronged, which is what are the factors in achieving success? What are the hindrances in achieving success? And have you experienced success yourself? Look at that. Okay. So you have 10 formats on the exam that you would need to master before you even fathom taking the exam. Again, the common mistake of the students here is that when they go to the test, they're not aware or adroit of the concepts, okay? Di nila alam lahat ng format na yan. That's why I always require my students to write 1 work, okay? 1 work each 2 weeks before their exam. Let me just share my experience when I was reviewing for the Ielts. That was 2009, okay? 2009 when I was preparing for the Ielts to take the Ielts, no? I write an essay every single day, okay? In the evening, I challenge myself and time myself to write an essay every day, okay? All right, so these are the formats. Now you know the formats of the Ielts. Ito po ang mga kailangan po nating pag-aralan, okay? Sir, nakakalito ka naman kasi sa amin hindi po itinuturo yung mga iba-ibang format na yan. Ngayon kung hindi tinuturo sa inyo iba-ibang format, tinuturo yan anak, okay? It's being taught at your institution. You just have, maybe they just call it differently, okay? But they're the same in context. Iisa lang yung mga talong na yan. Yung focus ng type A na advantage outweigh disadvantage is advantages only. For type A and Galvez, what you would need to remember for advantage outweigh is that if you believe that there are more advantages to it, then there should be more advantages on your arguments right there. And then there's 1 short disadvantage. Okay? Yan yung advantage outweigh format. No? Kapag halimbawa, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Let's say, going to another country to study has presented benefits for the students. Do you think the advantages of this outweighs the disadvantage? So if you feel like there are more advantages to it, then you have 2 body paragraphs with advantage and then 1 with a disadvantage. Okay? Or 1 disadvantage and then 2 advantages. Okay? Kung feeling mo naman, mas maraming disadvantage dyan, then your body 1 is an advantage, body 2 and 3 are both disadvantages. So advantages for the other hand. Yes, no? For type C naman, here, you're going to be discussing both the advantages and the disadvantages. So body 1, what's the advantage? Body 2, what is the disadvantage? There you go. Okay. So, let's teach you guys how to outline, okay? I want you guys to focus on this, okay? Because outlining is the most important thing that you're going to be doing on the exam. It's even more imperative than writing the essay itself. Okay? So, how do we outline for the exam? Okay, let's talk about outlining. Okay, Sir Joseph, why is outlining important? For some, it's a waste of time. For me, no. Outlining is not a waste of time. Rather, it saves you time. Okay, it saves you time. Apart from that, you can compare if your arguments are similar to one another. Okay? All right. Yung iba kasi, when they get nervous on the exam, they go dive right in. No? Talaga magsusulat na sila agad. Sulat na, sulat na. Tapos mag-iisip. Mga 5 minutes na nakaganyan. 5 minuto nakaganon. Di ba? Nag-iisip ng argument. Tapos, pag binasa, magkamukha pala yung body 3, yung argument ng body 3 at saka ng body 1. Buburahin na naman. Nauubusan ng oras, nagpapanik si estudyante. Anong nangyayari? Hindi nakukuha ang target score. So guys, outlining is for you to organize your responses. And apart from that, for you to compare if your arguments are the same. Okay, let's take a look at the sample question. Okay, so this is a sample question. Okay. For my students, we used this as a discussion earlier. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this question, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Mobile devices play important roles for the communication of the people. Some say that these gadgets may bring negative effects to the younger population. Do you agree or disagree? Now, for you to outline, I want you to look for the general topic of the question, and then I want you to look at the subtopic or topics, no? And then after that, you're going to write down the instruction. After the instruction, of course, since it's asking you if you're going to agree or disagree, you would need to write down your stand, okay? Whether you agree or disagree about this one. Now, guys, the general topic is the widest topic of it all. Usually, it is seen on the first part of the sentence or of the question. So what is the general topic here? What's the general topic? Come on, type in your answers right there. It is sunny days, sweeping up clouds away. Para na sa batibot. Remix. Okay, what is it? Mobile devices. Okay. Mobile phones playing an imperative role to connect people with one another. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Your general topic, my lovies, is mobile phones playing an imperative role to connect people with one another. Ah, sir, bakit ganyan yung ano mo? General topic mo, but iba na yung word because I'm already paraphrasing, okay? Save yourself the time, okay? While you're outlining, paraphrase it as much as you can, okay? Now, the subtopic, guys, or the subtopics, okay? It is usually on the third person view. It is usually, again, on the third person view. Some, others, they, people. Alin dyan ang statement na merong some, others, they, people? It is, some say that these gadgets may bring negative effects to the younger population. There you go. So, some surmise that these may have brought inimical effects to the younger generation. Okay, look at that, right? Okay, so your subtopics, some surmise that these may have brought may have brought about inimical effects to the younger generation. Look at that. These are your subtopics. Now, what's the instruction? Ano po ang instruction ng essay? Ano yung format niya? What's the format? Come on, you can see it at the end part right there. What is it? What's the format? It is, very good. It is, do you agree or disagree? So, ilagay mo lang dito, A or D. Sir, anong purpose kung bakit kailangan kong ilagay yung A or D? Kasi sometimes the students, when they are lost with writing, they tend to forget the instruction, no? So better to have it there, okay, on your outline. Sir, question, saan ko po dapat ilagay ang outline ko? If you're going to be taking the paper-based test, you can write it on the question paper. Okay? If you're going to be taking the paper-based test, write it on the question paper. Computer-delivered test, you'll be given an extra sheet of paper or the candidate instruction sheet. May blank space yon. Pwede kayong magsulat doon. Okay? You can outline there, but never, ever, ever, ever write this down onto your answer sheet. Okay? Sa question paper po, if you're going to be taking the paper-based test. Okay? So, now, we're going to be choosing our stand. Okay? Do you agree that this may have brought about negative impacts to the children? Or do you disagree with this one? Who here agrees and who here disagrees? I want to see. Agree ka ba o disagree ka? Okay, for Genevieve, she agrees. Okay, who else? What about the others? Do you agree that mobile phones have brought about negative impacts to the children nowadays? Okay, Samantha, Denise, agree. For Jason, disagree. For Jong, agree. Eileen, agree. Angela, agree. Mary Gail, agree. Okay, what about on Facebook? Okay, for Facebook, you have Clarissa, agree. Mila, agree. Lynn, agree. Johnard, agree. Chanel, agree. Agfa, agree. And Jessica, agree. And Riza, agree. Okay. I would agree with this one. Okay? Huwag natin pahirapan yung sarili natin tonight. Okay? We should agree. No side. Hindi pwede yung no side, anak. Okay? Alright. So, let's agree. Okay, you cannot say partially agree, okay? Because if you're going to partially agree on this one, guys, it will become to what extent. You have to remember, for do you agree or disagree, you're going to pick a side and then you're going to stand by it all throughout. So, kung mag-agree ka, mula umpisa hanggang dulo, agree ka dapat. Kung disagree ka, mula umpisa hanggang dulo, disagree ka. Kasi pag nag-partially kayo dito, to what extent na yan? Eh, ang format nito, guys, do you agree or disagree? Not to what extent do you agree or disagree. Okay? All right, so now that's the first part of the outline. Let's now go to the second part. You're going to be looking for your argument 1, argument 2, and argument 3. Okay, so here, basically, you're going to be stating why do you... Sabi ni Shaman, joke lang po. Luka ko. Okay. So what you should be doing here is you will be looking for the reasons why you agree that this is bringing about, what do you call this? Bringing about negative impacts to the young. Okay, I'll give you one. It poses as a distraction to them. Diba? Sinabi ko nga ito sa class kanina tanghali. Karamihan ng mga bata ngayon, Diyos ko, pag pinag-aral mo, Mami, wait lang, nagti-TikTok pa ako. Kung ako nanay ng bata na yan talaga at ayaw niya mag-aral, basagin ko yung cellphone niya talaga. Diba? You're welcome, Maritas, my love. Yeah, diba? It poses as a distraction to them. Instead of studying their online lessons on their mobile devices, anong ginagawa? The enemy has been slain. I can hit your right eye a mile away. Diba? Kung ano yung naririnig mo. TikTok, kung ano nung sayaw ang ginagawa ng bata. Di naman nakakaganda. Diba? Totoo yan. It poses as a distraction instead of studying. What they're doing is they're doing different types of steps at TikTok, dancing, and then what have you. Diba? They have wasted like 4 hours taking a video that they're not going to be uploading anyway. Diba? Kung ako talaga nanay ng bata na yan, taltalin ko ng martilyo yan, di ba? Yung cellphone. Sabi mga Ilocano tawag namin ng taltalin, di ba? Sa Tagalog, dikdikin, di ba? Dikdikin ko talaga ng martilyo yung cellphone ng bagets day. Di ba? Para matuto siya, di ba? So if you have a child, guys, parenting 101, okay? If you have a child who's addicted to TikTok or any type of video platform and it's consuming much of their days, and you can see that they're not watching informative things, but rather they're watching Law and Order, mga ganyan, no? Please, be parents, okay? Kung sa English, carry lang yan, eh. O kaya sa math, they're watching, carry lang. But then again, guys, if they're watching destructive things or playing games or TikTok, di ba? Diba? So guys, please, wag niyong ikonsinti yung bata. Okay? You need to discipline. It's not healthy. This is the kind of learning I'd like to attend. You're not just learning, but entertain. Oh, thank you so much, anak. You're entertained. Kakomelon! Sorry. Halata na naglalaro siya. Hindi talaga. Naririnig ko lang. Naririnig ko lang, guys. So, kasi yung kapitbahay namin, ang aga-aga, the enemy has been slain. Diba? I can hit your left eye a mile away. Diba? Hey, the strings in the puppet gets tangled up. Keme. Grabe, parang natamaan ako sa kakalaro. Hindi ka naman na bata, anak, diba? Okay. Tapos meron minsan nanonood ako, kung Cocomelon at bagets, pwede pa eh. Diba? Okay, argument 2. Ano pa? It can actually it may bring health issues, di ba? O pwede silang magkaroon ng health issues, di ba? Sometimes the children are way too distracted and they don't even want to eat anymore. They don't want to drink water, di ba? They don't want to drink your water. Shh, don't type it, okay? They don't want to drink water anymore. Or they don't want to go to the toilet. So, what have you? Di ba? Nagkakaroon ng kidney failure yung bata. Di ba? Ano pa? Nagkakaroon sila ng extreme exposure to radiation, right? Nagiging radioactive yung bagets. No? They might become socially awkward when dealing with realistic problems. That is a good argument for the third one. Okay? They become socially aloof when dealing with actual problems. Good job, my love. Okay, look at that, right? Look at this argument. Diba? They have poor social interaction because they're not used to talking to people anymore. Diba? They're not used to talking to people anymore. Like they're used to just chatting with their friends, typing and typing and typing. And then once you bring them together with other children, what do you have? A child who's looking for the iPad on the first 10 minutes. Diba? Kaya ako talaga, I ensure I discipline my nephews and nieces with this one. I tell them, limit yourself. Morning 1 hour, afternoon 1 hour, 2 hours in the evening, but only if you were already able to finish your assignment or done with your lessons for today. Diba? Yung mga ganyan. It may affect their interpersonal relationships. Correct. Diba? They're socially withdrawn. Basically, you cannot talk to the child as a parent, or you cannot even heart to heart the child, di ba? Or liver to liver the child, or kidney to kidney the child, because basically the child is glued to their mobile device. So look at that. When you're outlining everything that you would want to say about the topic, it's already there. Okay, it's already there. Yeah, don't even have to think anymore. You just have to write on the exam. Ganyan, guys. Okay, basically, that's one thing that you need to do is before you even start to write, you should have outlined so that you're just going to be writing. Would you believe me if I tell you that a good essay could be written within 15 minutes if you know what to write? Totoo yan. Ang magandang essay, guys, believe me, kaya nyong isulat yan within 15 minutes, okay? If only you know what to write. But if you don't know what to write, then of course it's going to be taking you 2 hours writing the essay, no? Tapos sinabi na ng interlocutor, time's up. Ma'am, question, where can I repile? Oh, Diyos ko! Hindi pa ako tapos! Kinatay na ng nanay ko yung baboy para sa handaan ko pagpasa ko! Yung mga ganyan. No? So guys, di ba? You need to organize, okay? Okay, proclivity to life-threatening ideation by following the latest fads on the internet. Correct, di ba? A lot of children are talking about how to kill your parents, yung mga ganyan. And also they're exposed to salacious things on the internet. Ano yung mga salacious things sa internet? Pornography, di ba? Even what do you call this? Child predators, di ba? They might be sexually exploited. No? Okay, so guys, look at the arguments. Are these the things that you're going to be writing on later on? Yes, they are. Okay, so basically look at that. Di ba, when you're organizing it, you're writing it down properly, my love. And it's going to be quicker for you. Mamaya, iisa-isahin pa natin yan. Mula agree or disagree, hanggang cause and effect, tuturuan ko kayo kung papaano magsulat. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet, basically. What you could do is, once you receive this handout from IFNG, you can print it, paste it on your wall, okay? And then while you're writing, you look at that. Ah, sabi ni Mama, di ganito pala. Okay. Diba? May cheat sheet ka na. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the parts of the essay, okay? Before we go to the formats, okay? The parts of the essay, okay? When we say parts of the essay, guys, these are individual parts, okay? So you do have the introductory paragraph first. Ideally, guys, the introductory paragraph is just 3 to 4 lines, okay? 3 to 4 liner lang to. Okay, not 5, not 6 lines. Okay, there you go. And then you also have the body paragraph 1. I'm leaving a space para maalala nyo mag-leave ng space. Okay, lagyan ko kaya ng ganito. Okay, para makita nyo na space yan. Okay, you do have the body paragraph 1. And then you do have the body paragraph 2. Ooh. What? Okay, what happened there? Okay, body paragraph 2. Okay, and then after that, you also have the body paragraph 3. How do I delete this line? Sorry, your mama is a little bit technologically challenged. It won't delete. Wait. Okay, okay, we're almost, oh, there you go. Body paragraph 3. Okay, now, in some, okay? In some, what do you call this? In some, yes, save ito sa video genre sa page anak ng IFNG, or also it might be uploaded on, it will be uploaded on the YouTube channel of IFNG as well. Okay, so guys, look at this. Okay, body paragraph 3, and then after that, you do have the conclusion. Okay. Naggano na naman share. Ayun. Okay, so the conclusion, guys, ideally, this is just 3 lines, okay? You must remember that the conclusion should be shorter than your introductory paragraph, okay? Kapag ka ang introductory paragraph mo ay 4 lines, dapat to 3 lines lang. Pag ang introductory paragraph mo ay 5 lines, dapat to ay 4 lines lang, okay? So for body paragraph 1, you have 5 to 6 lines. Well, sometimes it's just 3 lines. Okay, and then another 5 to 6 lines for this one. And then for the next one, you do have the other 5 to 6 lines. Okay, look at that, right? When you are arranging your details this way, guys, then it becomes systematic. Okay, it becomes more systematic for you on the exam. Sir, kasi hindi ako sure kung kaya ko lang i-3 body paragraphs. Pwede po bang 2 body paragraphs lang? Okay. Okay, do it at your own risk, my love. Okay? Now, all right. let me just drink water real quick. Give me 5 minutes. Inom lang akong tubig, guys. Okay, don't leave because I'm going to be calling on Ma'am Zea. Okay, and then she's going to be giving you tips, okay, on how to build your vocabulary for the writing task too. Okay, so hold on. Let me just call on Ma'am Zea. Ma'am Zea, hello. Wait lang. Okay, Ma'am Zaya already raised her hand right there. Okay, so ask to unmute.
Okay, there we go. So sorry about that. I wasn't able to unmute myself. Okay, so thank you so much for that, Sir Joseph. Now, yes, it is quite imperative and vital for everyone to have a wide range of vocabulary resources, especially for the writing. Now, it is quite tricky to do so here because, as we all know, in the writing, it's very technical. So you must learn all of these lexical resources by heart, where it is applicable or not. For example, we have words that are far more applicable in task 2 than it is compared to task 1. Maybe words like that express emotions, crestfallen, down, dispirited, what else? Infuriated. You can't write that down in task 1 because in that part it's mainly about what you see. Okay, it has to be objective as compared to task 2, wherein you can't use that, especially if you're trying to exhibit or cite an example. Okay, way back before when I was practicing the Ielts, this is what I did in order to build my vocabulary list. I would write them down whenever Sir Joseph would give something new, and I would try my best to make at least 2 sentences or construct 2 sentences out of them. And you have to make sure, guys, that you're using it in context. Try the Merriam-Webster's dictionary or the Cambridge and Oxford dictionaries because they all have different examples with the utilization or usage of the said terms. And lastly, if I feel like I do not have an idea regarding the said words, for example, at that moment I can't seem to find another word for reason. Now I will just write them down, and afterwards I would reread my essays and encircle the words that I find it hard to change. And then I would look that up via Merriam or your Cambridge dictionary. And lastly, it is imperative for you to actually use your creativity and ingenuity. Because if you just stay with the common ideas and notions, there is a big chance that your examiner will just find your work a bit tedious to read. So as much as possible, be unique and use technical terms all the time. I think Mama D is ready. Let me give back the floor to Mother Dragon.
Thank you so much, Zaya, our ever endearing and beloved Mom Zaya. Diba? Don't you feel it like every time your Mom Zaya talks, there's calming presence about her voice. Diba? She is one of our coaches here at Elite Intellect 9. Okay, so she has what do you call this? Ano to? Don't leave. Sabi ni Sham, I'm here. Andito na ako, anak, di ba? Huwag ka magalala, I'm back. All right. So yes, no? She is one of our coaches here at Elite Intellect, and she's in charge of the speaking coaching and writing coaching together with me, no? So napaka-cute naman ang voice ni Ma'am Ze. Yes, no? Very endearing, charming, ganyan. Napaka calming ng presence ng Ma'am Ze. Ako naman napaka-bothering ng presence ko. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the formats, okay? If you're going to be missing one thing or one part of the discussion, this is not it. Because basically, you're going to be looking at each of the formats. Do you agree or disagree? I'm going to give you a cheat sheet on how to write based on them, okay? But before that, real quick, okay? Are you ready? 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 Are you ready, everyone? Today is 11/11 IELTS Ultimate Review Sale. Okay, so guys, let me just introduce our 11/11 Ultimate IELTS Review Sale here. And we will be launching it here exclusively at IFNG. Oh my gosh, Sir Joseph, what is the IELTS 11/11 Ultimate IELTS Review Sale? So, the 11/11 Ultimate IELTS Review Sale, guys, is an unlimited IELTS review for life. Lifetime validity, free materials, free preparation book, free 800 plus writing compilation, unlimited one-on-one coaching in speaking and writing, unlimited one-on-one coaching with grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. Yes, we do focus on that, okay? We focus on the grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary of our students. Free pre-assessment and final assessment. Once you become an Elite Intellect student and once you enroll, we're going to pre-assess you for your level, okay? Tinignan namin yung level mo, and we're going to be telling you on how long can you prepare or how long should you be preparing for the exam. Also, we have unlimited computer-delivered mock examinations, flexible schedule for international and domestic students. Yes, we do have a lot of international students from Dubai, KSA, Qatar, Canada, Italy, ganyan, Singapore. Okay, and of course, we have live classes like this one. And then after the live classes, it will be recorded and uploaded on the student platform so that you can rewatch it anytime. Free exam scheduling assistance. Basically, hindi kami naniningil na exam filing fee, no? Kapag nag-exam ka, sabihin lang, Sir Joseph, mag-exam ako, we'll be filing for you for free. And of course, what's the advantage of that? Given that we have the portal, we can actually select the time that you would want to take the examination for your speaking. So let's say your preference is 2 p.m. Saturday, so we can actually select that for you. And of course, a free personal final coaching with Mama D. What we do on our personal final coaching is that I assess the student myself, and then I tell them about their strengths and weaknesses, how can they pass the exam, yung mga ganyan. And of course, I pray personally for the students. Sir, 11/11, dapat ito maganda ang promo natin. Yes, we are actually giving away 3,500 pesos discount to all the students. Instead of paying 7,500, you're only going to be paying 3,999 if you're an individual enrollee. Okay, para mas makatipid kayo, invite your friends. Why? Because group of 3 and above, you're only going to be paying 3,499 per student instead of 7,500. This will run from 11/11 to 11/15. Okay, so hanggang sa November 15. Although guys, I do have to remind you, it's limited to 30 slots only or 30 students only. So sir, how can I avail of the 11/11 promo? Okay, so mame, bekenemen, diba? So if you're going to be looking at the chat box of Zoom right there. Okay, so you click the link of Elite Intellect 9 right there, and also here at the comment section of our live on Facebook, click the link of Elite Intellect, send the message to Tanya and tell her 11/11, and she will know what to do with you. Or you can simply scan this QR code right here. It will direct you to our Facebook page right there, or you can just search Elite Intellect 9 on Facebook. It will direct you, or you can contact us on our mobile number. That's +63 936 747 1942, and contact us via WhatsApp. That's +63 916 697 2994. There you go. So this is a big discount. Okay? Alam mo ang ginagawa ng ibang students ang ginagawa ng ibang students, they actually group themselves, no? They group themselves. They're going to be talking at the groups, no? Tapos mag-group sila. Sir, paano po kapag ka-group po kami mag-enroll? Ganito lang yan, guys. Okay? Pag group po kayo, you need to select one representative, okay? One representative, and that representative will be communicating with Ma'am Tanya for your group. Okay, so guys, please, we only open 30 slots for our 11/11 promo. So to avail this, please do send a message to our Facebook page. Friedrich John Aguilar, please click my love, the link of Elite Intellect 9 right there at the Zoom, and send a message to your mom Tanya right now to avail of these exclusive discounts. Okay, again, this will be up to the 15th only, pero 30 slots lang po ang open. So send a message to Mom Tanya now to save a slot for you and your friends. Napakalaking tipid ng 3.5, guys. Kahit magtutuwad ako dito, hindi ako bibigyan ng 3.5. Di ba? So guys, please do send a message to our Facebook page right now and tell Mom Tanya 1111 and she will know what to do. Okay, so see you guys in class very soon. Okay, moving on with our discussion for this evening. Okay, so isa-isahin natin yung formats, guys. Okay? All right, so basically, look at this. The technique that I'm going to be teaching you guys is, this will be applicable for the formats of the Ielts essay. Okay, let's start with, do you agree or disagree? Okay, so this will be like a cheat sheet. Basically, I'm not going to be writing an essay, but I will be teaching you on how to write the essay itself. Okay, so for do you agree or disagree, you have the introduction first. Okay, so what do I need to do for the introduction, Sir Joseph? First things first is you would need to introduce the general topic. Okay, introduce the subtopic or topics. Okay, you're going to state your stand. Okay, and of course your thesis sentence. Sir, what's a thesis sentence? A thesis sentence, guys, tells your examiner what you're going to be presenting at the body of your work. Okay, ano ang ipapresent nyo sa body ng work? Here's an example of a thesis sentence. Okay, look at this one. Okay, so look at that, guys, no? Okay, so look at that, guys. Okay, so the justification about my stand and proceedings will be elicited on my essay. Bakit justification, sir? Kasi i-explain ko yung arguments ko mamaya sa body. Diba? Tapos ano yung proceedings? Mga example yun. Magbibigay ako ng mga example. Look at that. Okay, so what else? And then you have your body one. Okay, reason why you agree. Oh, let's pretend that on the stand we have chosen agree. Okay, dito halimbawa nag-agree tayo. So dito, your reason why you agree. And then for body 2, another reason why you agree. And then for body 3, another reason why you agree. So look at that. No, sir, what if I chose to disagree? Then all of these will be the reasons why you disagree. Okay, and then what's next after the body 1, body 2, body 3? The next one, guys, is the conclusion. Okay, so for the conclusion, okay, what do I need to do for my conclusion? Okay, so here I can generalize. Okay, when you say generalize, you're just going to sum up your statement. Summarize your arguments, okay? And then after that, you can restate your stand. Okay, restate your stand here at this part, okay? Look at that, okay? So that's the conclusion. That's the thing that you would need to do for do you agree or disagree. Now, for positive or negative development, it's asking you to choose between positive or negative development, okay? So here, guys, basically you would need to choose whether it's positive or negative to you. Okay, so you have introduction first. For the introduction, what I would want you to remember here, it's the good news is it's the same as do you agree or disagree. For introduction, you're going to introduce the general topic. Okay, and then introduce the subtopic or topics. State your stand. After stating your stand, of course, your thesis sentence. Pareho lang yan, okay? So, Let's pretend that you have chosen that it's a positive development. Okay, so what do you need to do for the bodies? Body 1, reason why it's positive. Okay, body 2, another reason why it is positive. Okay, and then body 3, another reason why it is positive. Okay, there you go. So you have 3 body paragraphs here for this format, okay? If we will do one-on-one coaching, sir, I might stutter because you are so beautiful. Ano ko ba naman, alam? Ano ka ba? Hindi naman masyado siya, man. Nakakainis ka. Okay. So, all right. Naglalarit si Mama D. Okay, what else? Conclusion. Okay, so for the conclusion, guys, here, what should you be doing? Okay, for the conclusion, basically, you're going to generalize again. Okay, and then after that, you're going to restate your stand. Pwede yung pagbalik na rin to, guys. Pwede kayong mag-restate your stand first before you even generalize. Okay? So I think, guys, ganito. I have an idea, guys. Okay? I think hindi kasha yung oras natin ngayon para ma-discuss ko lahat yung format. So I'm going to be asking the admins if it would be fitting for next week, itutuloy ko yung ibang formats tapos magsusulat ako ng actual essay. Is that okay with you? Sure?
Sure. No problem.
Sure.
So yes, tapusin ko lang yung mga
Hashtag
type
part
A's,
two.
guys. Tapusin ko lang yung mga
Part 2.
type, yes, di ba? Hashtag part 2. Okay, tapusin ko lang yung type A's, guys. Tapos next week, we're going to be continuing on with the other formats. Tapos magsusulat ako ng actual essay in front of you guys. Okay? Mas maganda yun. Okay? Ay, ang ganda! Okay. So, there you go. Now, after positive or negative development, let's take a look at to what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, so for to what extent do you agree or disagree, guys? Naman dito, basically, it's asking you the extent. Okay, gaano katindi ang iyong pagsang-ayon at hindi pagsang-ayon. What I always tell my students here is don't go for 50-50, no? When we say 50-50 kasi, okay. Okay, all right. So when you say 50-50 kasi, you might add another body paragraph, no? If you're going to follow the rule again that the paragraphs are focusing on one central topic only, so dapat 4 na paragraph yun para bumagay siya. So ang sinasabi ko sa estudyante ko, you should use the 30-70 approach. It could be 30% you agree and then 70% you disagree. Okay? Or it could also be 30% you disagree. Okay, and then 70% you agree. Okay, para malinaw to next week, huwag kayong mag-alala, itong susulatan ko ng format. To what extent tsaka advantage outweigh? O ayan, 2 essay. Guys, ha? Ang isusulat ko on the spot. Okay, so look at that. So 30% agree, 70% disagree. And then it could be 30% disagree or 70% agree. All right, so first things first, guys, is you're going to be making an introduction here again. Okay? So for the introduction, look carefully at the stand, mga anak. Okay? Bakit po? Kasi dyan magiging dependent ang body mo mamaya. So for the introduction, basically, you're going to introduce the general topic first. After the general topic, you're going to introduce the subtopic or topics. You're going to state your stand. Okay, after stating your stand, your thesis sentence. Okay, kita nyo yan, organized siya. Okay, now, Sir Joseph, sa body po, halimbawa po, ang stand ko, your stand is 30 agree and then 70 disagree. Okay, paano to i-place sa body ng work mo? Okay, look at this one. So, Body 1 would be the reason why you agree. And then body 2 would be reason why you disagree. 1. Okay. And then body 3 would be the reason why you disagree. 2. Okay, look at that, no? So 30% agree, 70% disagree. Basically, your 30% should be your body 1, 70% will both be body 2 and 3. Sir, paano po kung baliktad? 30% po ako ay disagree. Tapos po 70% ako po ay agree. Okay? So body 1 would be the reason why you agree, why you disagree rather. Okay, and then body 2 would be the reason why you agree. Lapit na guys, konti na lang. Why you agree. 1. And then body 3 would be the reason why you agree to. Okay, so look at that, no? You're organizing it. Tignan nyo, kitang-kita ba yung extent, guys, no? Kitang-kita ba yung extent po ng pag-agree at disagree natin dito? Di ba? Kitang-kita. Di ba? So if that's 100% agree, it should be 3 paragraphs about agree. Yes, Criven, correct. No? But then again, guys, I take it from mama. I don't want my students to go for fully or wholeheartedly kasi ang mangyayari dyan, magiging kamukha na lang siya ng agree or do you agree or disagree. It's no longer similar. Anong pinagkaiba lang nila? Nilagyan lang ng wholeheartedly. Okay? So guys, no? Pwede yun. It's about 3 body paragraph should be agree kapag ka wholeheartedly agree ka, pero pwede nyo rin i-30-70 para kitang-kita yung extent. Okay? Alright. And then for the conclusion, for the conclusion, guys, no? Basically here, you're just going to generalize. And then you're going to restate your stand. There it is. Okay, so siguro for now, dito muna tayo maghihinto for tonight kasi next week on our part 2, I will be teaching you the format of advantage outweigh, discuss both views and all the open-ended formats. But before we end our class for tonight, guys, okay, so let me just share to you the word of the Lord to close our meeting properly here at IFNG. Most importantly, be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord your God, he is that goes with you. He will not fail you, nor forsake you. This is from the book of Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. Okay, so if you are being timorous or fearful in life, one thing that I would want you guys to remember is that don't be afraid of anything and don't waver for anything. You have your giants in life, okay? Your giants in life. This examination could be considered as your giant in life, diba? Ano pa? Your anxiety, your fear, your problems, no? This is your anxiety, or these are your giants in life. But you have to remember that your Lord is bigger and he's with you as compared to these other things that you are currently encountering, okay? So before we end our class for today, let's just pray for all of you guys who have attended our live class for this evening. Okay, so Heavenly Father, we would like to thank you, Lord God, for another opportunity to glorify your name and to teach the students at IFNG. Lord, bless the students on their preparation, guide them towards the correct path and of course systematic path on their Ielts preparation. And of course, Lord, please bless the admins of IFNG. Whatever situation they're actually undergoing, Lord, be the one that they're going to be needing. Be their healer, their provider. Be the one that would be giving comfort to them. And Lord, I pray for the new students of Elite Intellect 9. Thank you so much, Father, for guiding them towards Elite Intellect. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so guys, next week, it would be a continuation. This is the writing task 2, part 2 with Mama D next week. Okay, so again, guys, If you would want to avail of our 11-11 promo, it's only 3,999 instead of 7,500. Pero pag group of 3 and above kayo, sir, 10 kami. O kung 10 kayo, 3,499 lang per student. Okay, so you may send a message to our Facebook page right there. Our Facebook page is on the link of the chat box right there here at Zoom, and also at the comment section of our Facebook Live for today. I think we have a question here. If you will, ano to? Okay. If I do 30-70, how will I state my stand in the introduction? Okay, good question, Marites. Okay, I somehow agree with the idea, but for the most part, I disagree. I somewhat concur with the notion, but for the most part, I oppose the given idea. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I had a blast. Okay, I had a blast. For those of you who would want to avail of 11-11, tandaan nyo, hanggang 15 lang to. Okay, so mag-avail na kayo kasi next week, back to normal na tayo. So next week, guys, that would be Friday 9 p.m. PHT naman ang live natin. Nakiusap lang talaga ako ngayon kasi may chika ako bukas. May extra trabaho ang inay. Okay, so admins, in behalf of Sir Delo, Mom Zaya, Mom Tanya, Mom Charmin, Mom Jerlane, this is your Mama Dragon sending my love to you from the Philippines. Back to you, admins.
Hello, Mama dear.
Well, anak.
Mama dear, I miss you so much. I'm sorry I wasn't able to welcome you today, but I'm so excited to have heard from you. It's been such a long time. And quick question.
Yes,
Is the backpack behind included in the 11-11 sale?
pwede po. Installment, 12 months. Citibank.
I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful lecture. All right. It's been very helpful to me, even though I'm not taking the Ielts anymore. And Ma'am Zaya also is there, I hope. Say hi, Ma'am Zaya, and everybody in Elite. Thank you so much. And I suppose that's it. See you again next week.
See you guys next week.
Hi,
Love you all.
sir.
11-11 sale. 11-11 sale, guys.
Yes,
Thank you,
11-11. Bihira lang yan.
Yes, I know.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Mama D. Hugs and
Welcome,
kisses.
everyone. Ma'am Gladys,
Thank
Mr.
you.
M, Sir
Thank you,
Manuel.
Pose.
Wow, love you.
Bye.